Alright, so I should probably mention this now. The music and the volume in this game is a bit strange. You can only turn them on and off. You can't like turn them up or down. So, I mean, some of the cutscenes are going to be too loud to hear me. I'm gonna try not to talk during them. So, we'll just work around this. So here we are. We're in a town. Let's go to the market with what's his face, Eric. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Scalfing's chief bled out about an hour ago, Had, so when you tell me what ratsiness the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. I don't talk to... They don't talk to me. Alright, so... Eric needs some help there. I don't have the patience for this. We'll say nothing. Eric overturns his flimsy table, scattering Hod's assortment of junk across the ground. Gods, Eric, laying it on a bit heavy, don't you think? Where are the Scofflings? Noblemen up by East Wall, but that was months ago, last I know. Had skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we all done here? Guunulf, were you wearing green back at the Grey Hole? No, I just brought them while we were walking around. Why? No reason. Guunulf goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be a Scafling. If they lick their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a mead hall? Best I could tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of those scowls into the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Where is this place again? Nobleman is halfway up the hill towards the Great Hall. You won't miss it. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. Alright, up to the mead house. You arrive in front of what must be Nobleman. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgar. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? Let's get this over with. You're walking through the front door. I'd rather sit this one out. Let's get this over with. That's the spirit, says Valgar. Okay, here we go. Valgar boosts the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of the table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken Scalflings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins in the process. Alright, battle number 2. Okay, so before battle, they don't explain this until much later for some reason, but you can move your dudes around. And what I've found is generally it helps to, keep some guys together. So this guy, let's see, his ability is Stonewall. When he's next to an ally, he gets extra defense. Or actually, to allies, yeah, the allies get the defense as well. So if he stays next to like this guy or any of these guys, they both get extra defense. This guy's ability is referring to favor, getting hit. So every time somebody hits him, he'll automatically counterattack for 1 armor damage to them. This guy has Rally. He can give 2 willpower to any ally at any range. That's pretty dang good. And Light Step, the landsman can move through... Oh, he can move through the friendlies. Okay, cool. And this guy's the one from before who has the Tempest, the spin around attack. And looks like he also has Heavy Impact, which enemies adjacent... Okay, so if I hit someone and then all the enemies around him will take extra damage. So I really see no problem with the setup we have right now, so we'll just go with this as is. Alright, so we start with this guy, and we can reach one of these guys, but he's still a bit far out. So what I'll do, we can use a little willpower to get right up in the business. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. We'll go right up in his face, and we'll use Stone Wall. So I'm gonna just, defend up for now, so I don't take any damage for the time being, until I can get another guy up here, because I'll let him take the hits for now. Alright, so this guy cannot reach any enemies either. I'll move him around. I'm gonna just ignore these two for now and try to go for the bigger group and get my guys set up to take care of them. Well, I say that. If I move him here, I'll move him Oh no, that's right. He can move through allies, can't he? But allies can't move through him. That's the thing. All right, so we'll move him. We'll move him back here, because then he can go around. His ability, I can give him. How much does that cost? 1 willpower? Well, I'll give this guy a little more willpower. At least I think I can. 7 out of 5? Yeah, let's do that. So we'll give him 2 willpower to keep him going. So I think that's the 3rd hit on him for this turn, so I don't think that the stone wall will work anymore. So we're going to go ahead and move Big Man right up here. And he doesn't even have a secondary ability. And he can't reach anybody to attack them, so we'll stop. That guy goes up, he can't quite reach. Big Man here has a bit of a better range, but apparently has... I can't use willpower to move with him. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's just a difference of class or something. So I will move him up here with the other guys. Tempest will not hit anybody. I can't attack anybody, so we're going to just have to end it right there. These guys... Oh, wow. Jeez. It's a good thing I used Stonewall on this guy, that's all I'm saying, because he probably would have died by now. So he can attack now, finally. We will move... Maybe we don't need to move. I'll move over here so that these guys have some room, and I will attack this guy. So, I don't know exactly how it works, but I know the red is your health as well as your attack. So I can do 5 damage to this guy, and then he will only be able to attack for and he'll only have 3 health left. But I can also break his shield, and then I can hit him harder on his health. I'm not sure exactly how that works. So I can hit him for a maximum of 7. If I use 2 willpower to boost it, I'm going to go ahead and do that, drop him down to 1. So the best he can do is hit somebody for 1 damage. Alright, so we will move him here, and then next time we can just shoot straight down at these guys. I could use the willpower thing again, but I don't see any point doing that right now. So that guy's going to move over here. I can move the big guy now. I can only reach these enemies right now who have 8-6, 8-6. This guy's a 6-6. I attack for 9. Maybe I can one-shot these guys. Oh wait, no, their defense. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I have 9 attack, they have 8 defense, so I guess I do 1 damage. But that doesn't always seem to be the case. So I'm not entirely sure on that one. So I'm just gonna, I guess I'll just attack this guy and go for the shield break, hit him. I'll do a little willpower boost and break his shield down to 3, so next time I can hit him for a much stronger attack. So that guy's going to move in on him. He uses... Ooh, gosh, this guy's starting to get hurt a little bit. Alright, so there are 2 enemies around me. I will move him here, because then there's 3 enemies around him, but I think his ability can only hit 2 enemies at the max right now. It hits in a it hits in a clockwise motion. So I will use Tempest and target this guy, and it will also hit this guy. It won't hit that guy though, I don't think. So we'll do that. So I do 3 to him, and because that guy's shield is weakened, it does 6 and finishes him off apparently. I'm still not entirely clear on some of the abilities. So this guy is at 1, so he's pretty much ignorable, because another way it works is if your attack is lower than the shield, then you have a higher chance the higher than their attack it is, of them not being able to do any damage to you. So he only hits for 1 right now. This guy has 12 defense, so this guy is pretty much ignorable for now. So we can use this turn to attack someone else and weaken them. So what we will do is we will move here, which will boost both of these guys' defenses, and we will attack this guy. And I think he's got 10 for 6, 2, 6. This guy might be a problem. I will hit this guy for the full 7 again. And drop him down to 1, so that I don't have to worry too much about him either. So he deflected that because his defense is 6. This guy's attack is only 1, so he's, again, not doing too much damage. So this guy's at 8. This guy's at 1. This guy is at 8 as well. How much is this guy? I'll get him right here. And attack this guy. We can do 1. I will break his shield at 3. So that the next time we attack, we can hit him pretty hard. That guy's going to move around and boost up defense on his allies, and he's going to go after my shield quite a bit, in fact. Who's the next guy to get a move for them? That guy. So if I kill him, then they won't have a turn. Oh wait, no. Maybe this guy will just go next. Who is the weakened guy. So that is the good move to make. So we'll move him here. And we will... Oh, I want to end my turn. I want to attack the weakling and finish him off. So that guy is dead. So this guy gets to go next, and he... Oh, he must have used willpower to boost up his attack. He barely managed to do any damage, though. Alright, so now this guy gets to go, and we have enemies all around. So we can totally just use some Tempest right now. And let's see, we hit clockwise, right? So if I attack this guy, it'll hit this guy. If I attack this guy, it'll hit that guy. I don't know if that hits an ally or not. I wouldn't imagine so. But just to be safe, if I tell who's gonna move next? He gets to move next, followed by him. Followed by him. Okay. So I will use the Tempest on him and hit these two guys. Oh wait, I think I did that backwards and hit that guy instead. Uh-oh, Guunulf is starting to take some damage over there. Alright, so who is it? It's my paladin dude. Okay. Who gets to move next? He does, so we'll attack him. Yeah, that's good enough, because... Oh, no, it's not directly next to him, is it? So if we attack, how much damage can we do? Oh, we could do 8 and finish him off, thanks to the shield break from before. So we'll just kill this guy. Good. So it skips him and goes straight to this guy, and then back to him. Good. How much willpower does he have left? Let's see. He's gonna get a move next, followed by him. This is pretty bad, actually. We're probably Guunulf is probably gonna go down because there's no reason for him not to attack him, unless I can move this guy around. I can't reach that guy, unfortunately. What I can do, I can reach this guy at least. I will move him. I think here. If I can kill that guy, I think if I can kill that guy, then this guy would at least have less defense. That might be the way to go. Let's try it. So we're gonna attack this guy. 1, 3. Oh, jeez, we can't do too much. We'll break his shield instead. If you drop his shield down, then at least the next turn we can attack him for a bigger hit. So this guy's probably gonna... Yep, Guunulf is down. He's not dead. Don't worry. He's just horrifyingly injured. He'll be okay, though. So this guy's here. How much can we do for him? We can go up to 4. Let's do that. Drop him down to 2. And this guy gets to attack him. He's fine because he hasn't taken a hit yet. We will go and kill... This guy's at 7, 5, 5, 1, 5, 2. Who gets to move next? The weakling does. And then after the weakling goes him. So we will target this dude. Oh, no. It's not Stonewall. We want to attack him. And we can do just enough to kill him without having to use any willpower. Cool. So then the weakling gets to move, and he attacks the shield, so we're fine. 1, 1, 7, 7, 2. I can move through allies with this guy, so I'm going to utilize that and come over here. And I'm going to attack this guy, and I think I can finish him off. Oh, I can't quite get the kill, but I can drop him to 1. Alright, so then this guy gets to move and he's gonna attack him. He hits the shield. Big man can only reach... No, big man can reach this guy if I use a little willpower. Cool. So we'll move up and we'll hit this guy. We can hit him for 4. Boost that up, we'll go to 5. So we should be okay, because all these guys are weakened now. I mean, you know, they're trying their best, but they're still not hitting for very much damage. So this guy, this one's a 1, this one's a 2, this one's a 1. I'll just have him attack this guy again and finish him off. Followed by him attacking. No worries. He'll move over here and he will attack him. Finish him off. we did okay. I mean, I couldn't keep everybody from falling, but I kept. At least we only had one guy fall, and the rest of us are all in very good health. So, all in all, pretty successful. So that went. It could have been worse. At least Guunulf. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Gunny. He got promoted at least. There they are. Gods be damned. I've got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's window onto the bay. A fleet of longships with sails of bold reds and blues approach. One banner I know well, Vognir. Next for Varl kingship last we spoke. The other flag? Looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I deal with all day long? Ah, things make a little more sense. You hoped I'd have a stack in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrived. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure that there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still at the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask one more favor? What is it? If you happen to stall our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will, lad. Eric and Volgard hustle from the mead house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down at the docks. An apologetic shrug. It's not my fault. Alright. Cool. How long have we, let's just keep going. Who knows? Vognir. A familiar Vol steps onto the docks. In your mind you recall a much younger version, trampling the halls of Grofheim, abundant in purpose. Gods, Ubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old, and if there is Vognir, there must be Haken. Must there? Still bleeding tributes Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid old ox. At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Your under demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grofheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Barbarand, in fact. And glad for it. Hagen motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering, golden wolf head emblazoned on red. The king of men, or someone on his behalf. A king's whelp. A king's son, Luden. Don't you know, Scrivener? We visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Haken has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Haken. Then you're going to Grofheim? I have the distinct feeling I finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where is Margar? Haken, have him find a place to put up the waters. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few, others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Margar. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Luden looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grofheim should be more interesting than most years, you think. It's shaping up. Weariness suddenly settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Wagner's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Haken or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. Alright, let's go see Haken. Scrivener! You find Haken in a meat house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Haken waves you over. Went straight for a flagon. Wagner's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Grey Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Humans. I guess if I only lived as long as an ox fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Haken. Haken let slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swathe through Dredge at Wagner's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point, just another reason to get back to Grofheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the meat house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. Oh wait, should I have drunk before I go to see the prince? That might affect me. All right, well let's just see what happens. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including the sharp-eyed Varl who must be working for Luden. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Luden. Yes, you're with Wagner? I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Wagner a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grofheim with my guards. Luden looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying tithes to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? I just to introduce myself. I hope to learn more about you. I have a bit of bit of a habit of recording history. I thought we might talk about your visit. I'll just introduce myself. You collect taxes for the Varl territories. A true pleasure. Yes. An awkwardness hangs in the air like a thick fog. You take the opportunity to depart. Jeez, not much of a conversationalist, him. Alright, that takes care of everything here. Let's head up to the Grand Hall. At dawn, you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised to your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. I wonder if we didn't do Eric the favor of stalling them if we didn't get extra stuff there. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Wagner is already here. A while later, Luden and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Magra steps forward, Wagner's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. We're ready. You follow Magra and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set in the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town's guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort, just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well as a whole, you think. Alright. Moving on. So we're leaving Strand. Look at this glorious, giant, open world. That weird castle in the background there. I want to go there. I want to know about it. I want to know its secrets. Man, I love this game. It's beautiful. The music is intoxicating. The environment, the story, the combat system. It's all there. I can't believe this game is only like $20. It's amazing. Alright. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Magra, cracking open mead cases. From our greatest friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the camp. Drink a little, drink a lot. I know we probably shouldn't drink a lot. We don't... the guy Ubin doesn't seem like the type, but might be bad anyway. Alright, so... we'll toast to Wagner. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between man and Varl. The others join in. Luden's expression is like a stone wall, but the others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually, you sit down beside Wagner. We can chat with Wagner, we can drink merrily, we can go easy on the drink. Let's chat with Wagner. Thanks for the speech. Thanks for the speech, slurs Wagner. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Thanks to Magra, I thought the damn governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried, then he asked me to clean up his mess. For your benefit, it turns out. I'd have given the job to you too, cause there's no joys in politics. Speaking of, what happens after this business with Luden? Hopefully the boy goes back to Arboren on his own, and I can take out some frustrations on Dredge or something. Starting to sound like Haken. You don't like the life of a diplomat? Told you missed a fight, Ubin. You down your meat instead of replying. Wagner slouches and shakes his head. There's no great joy in killing the Dredge. But this, pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be warriors would follow you for what you've done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Is it? Or is it because I'm the next in line? Their lines are getting muddy. Oh, wait, these lines are getting muddy, old Varn. They've always been muddy, Wagner. Wagner stares into the campfire, lost in thought. You leave him on it. No, wait, you leave him to it. Need to slow down a little bit. You rise groggily, the campsite a casualty of merriment. Magra is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Luden stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies, Better wake up, you nudge Wagner. You're needed. Ah, it's Luden. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Wagner releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? Ah, we're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on a map. Alright. To the map. Alright, world map. Click and drag the map to look around. A portrait icon shows where your caravan is in the world. You may also click on any location to get some history about it. When you're done with the map, click the X at the bottom of the screen. Right, so here we are in Vedrefell. Is that Vedrefell or Vedrefell? I'll say Vedrefell, it sounds cooler. Carl's Ford, The Last Gate, The Wandering Road, Bradapec, my God, Norse words. Oh man, Spine Isle, South Bridge. All right, we've seen enough. I don't even know where we're going exactly. What? Carl Shush. I'm not sure where we're going. I'll stop it here for now, and I will pick right back up in this exact spot in the next episode. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see all you fine folk another day.